Apparently Paramount is no longer a 2-bar place, it's a 1-bar place. They took out all the liquor bottles and shit from that bar that's in the arcade.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I guess that makes more room, but that kind of sucks.
No, the bar is still there, there's just not liquor in it.
No, yeah, that kind of sucks.
All that's there that's good now, I mean, they even took out the Simpsons and Ninja Turtle games. So now it's just cliche arcade games.
Well, they didn't get rid of Gauntlet, right? They still got Gauntlet.
Is this a joke, or did they actually have Gauntlet and I've never noticed it because I don't play Gauntlet?
Dude, they had Gauntlet forever.
You sound so sad!
You piece of shit. I can't believe you fucking done this to me. You've been my friend for how long? You big old bastard.
I can't believe you've done this.
I swear that we played Gauntlet together. Has it been a web of lies?
Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time for a low. And I'm talking about a low. Oh, Rob Lowe, famed character actor Rob Lowe. But that's not important right now. What is important is a load of BS. That's right, a load of BS, the greatest show on the planet featuring the two best damn men of all time. And I'm talking about he, the B to the L-A-K-E. That's right, it's Bleak Tanner. Oh yeah, dig it.
And Perkins.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we're still doing a Rob Lowe thing. Oh wait, it's the S. It's Scott Lowe.
Oh no, Blake, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, it's not the S. I'm no longer Scottye Moore. I am not the S. I have ascended. You can refer to me as the Menthol Man, as Mr. Menthol, as Tony Cool Ice, whatever you
can.
Whatever you want to throw at me, that's who I am. I am the Iceman has cometh with this fucking cold-ass vape juice that I've been sucking on all day.
You cannot step to me on menthol flavors right now, bud. Do you know who I have been for the last 3 years?
You are talking to Toby Menthol right here.
You are talking to the menthol kingpin, they call me.
Yeah.
I am the Wilson Fisk of menthol. I own the New York City menthol production ring. I own New York City because I own menthol.
Here.
And you're gonna step up to me like some man without fear, like some menthol daredevil?
A man without fear. It's a fucking end of the menthol verse, baby. Oh, let me just... Yeah, so hold on just a minute. Oh, it's like just inhaling an ice cube. It's so good. No, don't try to step to King Menthol right now. We can't have this menthol competition.
We're fine. We're going all menthol out. Fuck it. I'm just gonna pour menthol in my mouth.
I've never been uncomfortable with the amount of menthol in vape. This is not a vape juice related show, by the way. But
it is tonight.
But I will say I've never experienced discomfort from the amount of menthol until this juice that I have. Because first 5 or so hits are fine. But after I go past that, my mouth becomes the fortress of solitude. For a few, Superman flies into my gob and is like, this seems like a good place to live.
You know why? You know why that is, Scottye? Do you know why that is? Because you can't handle the menthol because you have not been born in it. I was born in the menthol, raised in it.
I mean,
I did not see normal berry juices until I was but a man.
Well, my favorite thing about it is I've got 2 beverages and they're warming up over here. So before I take a sip, every time I just take a hit of this menthol and it's like I put an ice cube in my mouth. And then when I drink, it's automatically cold. It doesn't matter. It's fantastic.
I will break your back with menthol, boy. You think you know menthol? I will challenge you.
So, I need some advice. Cause I got a phone call today, and it's never a phone call you want to get as a parent, and it is, Hey, your stepson threatened to stab a child at school today. What do you... It wasn't even that. It was, hey, I know your parents are keeping Ripley. Do they want to keep her overnight so I can get some rest? I said, yeah, sure. Okay, cool. Also, he threatened to stab a kid at school today. And I'm like, you can't give me that kind of emotional whiplash from something normal to, like, this kid wants to fucking shiv somebody.
Do you know how often I don't have really any empirical evidence, but I am pretty sure that is not an uncommon occurrence with children.
Oh, yeah? Are you about to become Captain Boomer and you're just like, look here, back in my day I could threaten to stab all the kids I want, but now all these godless millennials are stepping up and telling my kid can't.
It's not even the millennials, damn it. It's those damn Zoomers.
It's when they had a baby in a moving car. It's not a boomer, it's a Zoomer. They go really fast.
Yep, that's what our current that's Generation Z, the Zoomers.
Yeah.
And do you know what? The Zoomers are just ruining it for all of us millennials.
Yeah.
Because you know what? They're going to have to inherit all of the bullshit from us. Because we've had to inherit the bullshit from the boomers. Fuck Gen X.
Yeah.
They don't matter anymore. It's just us and the boomers.
It's an ongoing war, and the boomers will not let me stab children like I want to. I want these children to have fucking full-on Michael Jackson beat-it knife fights in the courtyard in between their fucking arts and crafts classes.
Is that too much to ask?
So...
this day and age.
How should I have responded? Because it was like 5 minutes before I went to work, and my normal response was just, I'm not about to fucking deal with this. You guys have fun. And then I just went off to work.
Scottye, this is your response. Good.
Good fucking good.
You march up to whoever that kid's teacher is, and you say, I'm glad he's learning.
I do like that afterwards, they went to talk to him, because you can't just have your kid threaten to stab somebody and not address it. You can't just be like, anyways, how was fucking lunch today? So I went like, what was the punishment? And she goes, well, he's not allowed to watch any TV or do anything that he likes today, and then we're going to bed early. And I'm like, that seems like a very lenient response to the child threatening to rip another child from this mortal coil through the sacred act of stabbing.
Now, listen here. He did not say, I'm going to stab you to death. Okay?
It was going to be a gentle stabbing.
It could have been a small stabbing. You know what? You can stab someone with a lot of things. If it was a pencil, it wouldn't be that bad, let's just say.
I mean, it would. You would still be stabbing a child. Nah, it's not.
Do you know what? Schools today are just like prisons. You gotta have a shiv handy.
Yeah. That's why those pencil sharpeners are there. If you see Billy at a pencil sharpener too long, you're like, oh, fuck, Billy's about to do it. He's fine. He's cranking that sharpener. He's about to take him out. Yep. He's wrenching on it.
You know, when you were in elementary school, you sharpened those pencils to the point where you knew, like, this is a stabbing pencil.
Were you a nub boy? I was a nub boy. I would just put it in that pencil sharpener and
till it goes all the way down.
Take it down, baby.
I would play a game to see how far I could get it down before it got stuck in the pencil sharpener. Yeah. Because it's like, I don't know what drove me to waste so much wood and graphite, but it just felt good.
It felt very good. Did they ever give you the fucking pencil holder? Like it was like a triangle piece of rubber. Because
grip?
Yeah, the grip. You have just as bad of handwriting as I do. They would give you the grip and be like, this is what you need, problem child, to get good handwriting. I spent a solid day like a voracious beaver, gnawing away at that rubber until it was no longer on my pencil. And when I stood up, there was so much rubber on the ground that even the teacher, my parents were outside waiting on me. And the teacher was like, "You're fucking sweeping this up. I am not about to do this."
Oh, they tried that so many fucking times with me. Those grips, they always got lost, or just misplaced, or broken, or it's like, Miss H, I just don't like it, so I'm gonna go back to the way I was doing, okay?
Yeah.
It was always, because you've seen how I hold a pencil. I use my entire fucking hand to hold this pencil.
Yep, same.
I have no idea how you're supposed to hold a pencil.
Hold on, yeah. Audience at home, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see how me and Blake both hold pencils like wild animals, just grabbing it with the whole paw. I've tried, because I think it's like this, like chopsticks maybe. It's only with the...
Yeah, it is. It's supposed to be like right here at the bottom.
It's such bullshit. Absolutely not.
Especially because, you know what? Lefty privilege.
You get lefty privilege. I never thought I'd be grateful that I broke my wrist, but I broke my wrist in 4th grade, and that has been my argument to this day of why I have bad handwriting. Every single time anyone tries to bring it up, I'm like, no fucker, I broke my wrist in 4th grade, so I am not allowed to know how to hold a pencil right.
Well, mine's not so much that I'm a lefty. Mine is just that I had bad teachers that couldn't teach a lefty.
Yeah. I remember one time...
You know what? I'm a lefty in every single way. I'm just the most filthy liberal.
I remember one time I walked into a classroom and they were doing like the do this shape to make an A, do this to make a B. We never fucking did that in our class. So I was like, what are y'all learning? You're learning how letters work? Fuck yeah, dude, that's sick.
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. What?
Where they would have an A, but it would be dashed, and then you would fill it in to make it look like a normal A, and that's how they would teach you how to form the shapes with your hand in this horrifying shape that I'm creating.
Literally never had that. You know what? I was in, like, 2nd grade before I was taught how to make letters properly, and do you know who did it? It was not my teacher. It was my grandma.
Same, my boy!
Holy shit. She had, like, pads that showed you the letters, and she was like, no, here, let me show you.
Yeah.
Do this. Just do this.
I remember writing down my name and my entire family shitting their collective pants. Like, oh my god, he did it! I was so bad at, like, writing stuff down. There was one day where I was at my grandma's house, and I was just, like, drawing faces. Yeah.
And I was getting really frustrated because they're like, Mama, I can't make a face that looks happy.
Oh,
And she says, well, Blakey boy, that's because you're not giving him a smile. Because I was just drawing a straight line as the mouth, and they looked so miserable, these faces I was making. And she said, you just curve it, and they're happy.
See, what I did was, my problem as a child was I was not able to figure out how to make a human. So, I would be drawing a person, and I would draw the head, and I'd be good there. And then I just put arms on both sides of the head, and then legs coming out the bottom, because I could not parse how shoulders work. I could not figure out how shoulders and body work. Instead, I just drew a bunch of fucking Mike Wazowskis running around. And that was my characters.
Oh, my faces were an oval, 2 dots, and a mouth.
Yeah.
Also, Ghazi says 3 fingers to hold a pencil, you apes.
Absolutely the fuck not. No, I'm not an animal.
Eat a whole dick.
Well, Blake, this is not I guess we have been discussing creativity in some way, because this just shows why I make things as fucked up as I do, as I've never learned how shoulders work. But this is a show about creativity, about creating our own little crazy worlds and all of our ridiculous Family Guy antics. And so I want to know, what have you brought to the table this week? What are we doing? What's the next hot movie we're gonna sell to Hollywood? So we...
Fuck, that's what we do on this podcast, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a podcast about trying to sell an idea to Hollywood so we never have to do a podcast ever again.
So, as you may or may not know, because I talk about it every time I'm doing something, I'm in a show this week.
Yeah.
And we had to push back our recording, like, twice this week now. And it's almost midnight.
Yeah.
So, what I brought to the table, literally right now, based off of an Instagram post that I saw thanks to the digital media track at DragonCon.
Yeah! That was me. That was all me.
I know. I know it was you.
I'm a big boy.
I know. Scottye, we need to make the next tabletop RPG.
Okay. Now,
I know you're thinking that's real vague, and it is. Because we've as has been recently released on the BS Network, the most recent episode of Opposite Attractions has finalized our adventure in Disney World that our friend Jim led us on.
Yeah.
Co-host of Opposite Attractions.
Right.
And his whole game that he made was based off of a day in Disney World. So I think we need to just put out our one-page RPG. Just throw it right the fuck out there.
You are aware that at the end of this month we're gonna have to play D&D again, and now we're just gonna end up playing this instead. Fuck your world we made, we're just gonna do a one-shot at the end of the month. That's what we're doing now.
Hey, you know, I'd be fine with that because it has been a calendar year since we last did that, and we were in the middle of a scene when we had to stop.
I feel like if we did it again, Emily, Dylan, all of them would be like, I've got no fucking clue what we're talking about. I've got no idea what's going on. We could, let me think. I'm trying to think, should we do a BS one-shot RPG where everyone else, so in this game, you are passengers on the BS party bus as we are on our way to, what do you think? What's a good BS brand thing for us to be going to? We could do the world's best vape shop, WrestleMania, a Powerline concert.
It's the rocket to the moon base, of course.
Oh, okay.
We're taking the rocket to the moon base, and you know what? In that whole time, you've got to roll to make sure that your character survives the trip.
Oh, okay, hold on. No. It's just us out at a bar. And that's it. It's us out at a bar down on a strip of bars. It's like the world's end. There's a series of 10 bars with different scenarios in each bar. Each one you have to go to. There's like...
I fucking love this.
Yes. There's there's something... Ooh, it's, we need to call it the, every liquor around the world challenge or something. Oh wait, no, Blake, we just drink around the world at
the world at Epcot, right? Yeah.
This is our new we're gonna make the sister version of Jim's game, the BS drinking around the world at Epcot.
Now, I think we could even expand this because you know what? A good GM for this would be able to come up with a bunch of bars that could be like, it would be you're drinking around the world or what have you. Because I love the idea of a bar crawling RPG. Because you already have, like, you have your characters, how good they are at holding their liquor, how good they are, like, at your charisma or something could be, it would let you... And this reminds me of the Josh's bachelor party. It could show you how susceptible you are to the bartenders and them trying to get you to drink.
Yes. Because you know you have to make it to that 10th bar without dropping out. But if you... Oh, man, there's gotta be... I do like that in Surviving the Magic there was a mechanic where if a good thing happened, you would go up. If a bad thing happened, you went down. Our version would just be too drunk or too sober. If you get too sober, you can't enjoy it anymore. If you get too drunk, you get hospitalized. Like, that's it. That's the mechanic.
Exactly. If you end the night at... Now, we could add this caveat in. if one person decides to be too sober at the end of the night, like sober enough, they're the designated driver.
Yes, but they have to drink a little bit at the beginning of the night, so each bar they progressively get more and more sober.
Oh, could it be like fucking Werewolf, where one person is the designated driver, but we don't know who it is?
I feel like, no, because I feel like an Uber is the obvious end game.
Well, that's the thing. If the designated driver loses their objective, then you have to pay. They have to pay for the Uber.
Oh, okay. I like that. I like that idea. So, like, characters would be convincing each other, like, you need to get a drink, you need to get a drink. So we could have, like, fancier bars, we could have more lowbrow bars, we could have a series of them. I will say, this is slightly off topic, but apparently we partied so good at Red Phone Booth that they paid me back.
Yep.
I got on my Capital One card the other day, and I just saw, like, I guess, like, purchase refunded. That's all it said. It didn't say from where or anything. It just said refund. And I went, this is interesting. How much is this? And it was $75. And I went, that's a lot of fucking money. Me and Emily went to Atlanta last week, and where it was from was in Atlanta. It was in 30303, which is an Atlanta zip code. So I went, okay, maybe there's a place when me and Emily went to Atlanta where they refunded me on accident or something like that. So I started scrolling through my card, going like, where have I spent $75? And nowhere was hitting until an exact match happened for when we went to the Red Phone Booth. Meaning we fucking partied so hard with Chewbacca they gave me my money back.
I still think that Chewbacca pulled some strings.
I messaged them on Facebook and was like, hey, I just want to let you guys know that I got $75 refunded to my card. I mean, I'm happy I got the money, but, like, I don't want to steal from my favorite bar. Do you know what happened? And they went, I don't fucking know, no clue. And I went, alright, guess I got $75 now. I still maintain they think I was Travis McElroy. And they're like, oh no, the McElroy boy wasn't supposed to pay for his drinks.
Oh, I fucking love if it was like, it was the dude with the painted nails. I can't remember.
The dude with the painted nails, the big red beard. Yeah, he said his card got charged. Meanwhile, in Cincinnati, Travis McElroy is like, why? Where the fuck is my money?
I have my whole new podcast that I'm DMing for, and I don't have my money?
I can't afford it. I can't afford anything. I'm only the most successful podcaster of all time, not named Joe Rogan.
Yep. By the way, I love their new Adventure Zone series already.
Okay.
But,
okay, so we've
got to get back to our own.
We've got our main mechanic. Our main mechanic is the fact that you have to stay in between too drunk and too sober. Now, on Jim's scale, there were 12. I want to up the stakes. I'm thinking there's only 6 levels you can go between.
6. Okay. Well, that's the thing that we notice about Jim's levels is, like, there were a lot.
Yeah.
But both of us were real high at the end.
Well, we started high on the scale. That was the issue. We never really had anything super bad to us happen in this game.
Oh, so you're saying that, like, we could have a pre-game mechanic, let's say.
Yes, in the pre-game, like, that shows how far you sit on the scale beforehand. Maybe, what do you think? Is 6 too little, too much?
Maybe, I don't want to go as high as 10, but, like, maybe 8.
Okay, I'm down with 8. We can rock 8.
Because, like, I've got the Epcot map pulled up, and I think Epcot should be, like, our template.
I could do that.
Yeah. Because, like, we could go... Now, here's the question. Do you want to go clockwise or counterclockwise with Epcot, based off of the map, as it is in Google Images?
I always start with Canada because I want to drink scotch, and if I end in Canada, we end up with a situation where I put...
That happened the last time, yeah.
Where I puked on a bush in Epcot.
Yep, remember that. That was at the UK, though, so it's fine.
Well, I mean, same difference. I don't drink in Canada, so it doesn't matter.
They can't be the same if they're not different, Scotty. So yeah, let's start with Canada. What the fuck do you drink in Canada? Hey, I know what you drink in Canada. Hey, guys. Welcome.
Canada Charlie, the BS version, who's always been Canada Charlie and never at all the son of Captain Tibbs.
Don't know what you're talking about there, boyo. To come down from the maple leaves. It's maple season now. You know, it's we're in the middle of autumn. It's everything great. Now, I do have this great maple whiskey for you. This great Canadian maple whiskey. You want to try it at the Canadian bar? I'm your bartender, by the way.
I was gonna go either like a Canadian whiskey or something else. I feel like we do need to make it drinking around the world at Epcot because I do want to help Jim make his game something fully playable. And this would be, we are making the first expansion, the drinking around the world expansion.
I mean, it's like... So in D&D, you have the base game.
Yeah.
And you've got the world of Faerun, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got Faerun. And Epcot could be your version of Faerun. You could build your own.
Oh, okay.
But, everything in the main verse happens here.
Okay. I'm down with that. What is, and this is the problem we kind of ran into at first with Surviving the Magic, the Disney RPG, is the fact that there wasn't really a goal other than to get to the end of it all, which is why us as characters kind of brought our own story to it. Like, we made our own story, but I feel like not everyone are professional improvisation comedians as we are now.
Yep. Although, a lot of RPG players, they can come at you with some shit, so maybe.
I mean, I've thought about a mechanic where maybe you roll a dice, and that would be, there would be 6 goals for your character. That's 6 things they absolutely have to do before the end of the night. So I was thinking about this more for, Surviving the Magic, and it would be 6 things that were kind of off scale. So one would be, my character trying to find the dead body of Walt Disney, one who wants to ride a ride multiple times, stuff like that.
Okay, a good one would be maybe, your character, and this is, in D&D, you've got something where if you don't have set character traits, you can roll for them.
Yeah.
So this could be if you don't have something, you can choose it, but you've got to choose something that's, within the verse.
Okay, and that's what will kind of dictate their actions throughout the whole thing. So what would be a fun, trait? So say we have to make 6 traits for our characters as they go into drinking. So I don't like the idea.
There could be one that I'm really, really into right now, just called the Otaku.
And he spends all his time in Japan.
Yeah. Where you have to, you have to spend so much money in Japan.
Yeah, you have to spend, $100 in Japan on random stuff.
And the thing is, if the rest of your party doesn't want to go to the gift shop...
Yeah.
Then you gotta go with the rest of your party. I think this is a place where you cannot split the party.
Yeah, absolutely no splitting of the party at all during this entire thing. So if one's too drunk... and also I like a voting system where one character can propose, we need to leave, and then the rest of the party members vote on it. If they say no, then another turn is taken. If not, then you leave.
Yep. And I think you can get a couple of opportunities at this, too, because they've got the ferry system around the world.
Right.
So, you get, I think, in this, your two options are the ferry at Morocco and the ferry in Germany.
Yes.
So, oh, fuck.
There's one that could be, like in Surviving the Magic, there was Childlike. We could have one that's ride enthusiast. And they always want to go ride rides. They want to keep drinking, but once they reach... How about this? Ooh, this would be fun. Once you reach 4, or... No, it's 8. So once you reach 6 on your drunk meter... a certain trait takes over, and that is your character's defining trait. So you get a sober trait and a drunk trait. Sober takes over around 3, drunk takes over around 6, and around 6 you can have stuff like wants to go ride Journey into Imagination with Figment, wants to go meet Baymax, needs this, needs this, needs this. One could be the angry drunk, one could be stuff like that. And then on the opposite end, you could have all of the, the one who's done, sober would be the one who's done with everybody's shit, one who's a pure tourist, a foodie option. And so the traits are not strictly defined as a constant. It's all based around where you fall on the drunk scale.
That's really good. Because eventually you start to lose control once you get higher up on the drunk level.
Yes, exactly. I don't want it to be like, oh, well, I guess I'm now a 7, I'm drunk. It's like, no. Your character has to start acting more drunk. Okay, so you drink around the world. That's the ultimate goal, is to do that. Could it be survive long enough to see the fireworks at the end of the show? That could be the goal.
Oh, that would be good. Oh, how about this? You have a ride in Epcot that you want to ride, but you can only ride it once you're finished around the world.
Yes, and you have to go, oh, and then there could be a thing of, like, if you're, like, Journey into Imagination, you can ride whenever, but there's certain ones, like, if you're too sober, you can't do Spaceship Earth because you'll get bored, so you have to be a certain amount of drunk. And then, like, Test Track, you can't be too drunk or you'll puke at the end.
Whereas, like, if you're up to at least a 4, you cannot touch you cannot touch Mission Space.
Do not touch Mission Space. You'll actually die.
Fuck, I love Mission Space.
It's so good.
Yeah, that would be really good. Whereas, like, oh man, they don't have the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids ride anymore, do they? It's an interactive theater experience, but still.
Yeah, it was, that's where Captain EO was, and it is now a real shitty watch Pixar shorts for 30 minutes venue. I went to it once, and never again. Never again. Also, I will say, since drinking around the world is fairly expensive, one, we need to make a menu of each bar, and each one has 5 items, and they affect your intoxication in different ways. But also, I will say, on Surviving the Magic, it was like roll 1d6 times 25, and that was not enough money to survive Disney World. I want 1d6 times 50, and that may be enough to get us around.
You know, even then, we could probably have, like, you roll a d8, let's say.
Yeah.
And that's how much money you have. And the D8, at 1, it starts at $100.
Yeah.
And it goes up from there.
To like 100 plus like 25. So it's 25 plus 100. Also, I would like to discuss with you a few NPCs, because there were NPCs for Surviving the Magic. I need a security guard who got pissed on once by a drunk guy and is now just so jaded against drunk people at Disney World that he refuses to deal with your bullshit.
Oh, I like that. And you could meet this guy at the beginning, and you can roll to check, like, you could have certain, like, perception checks where you can see if you're being, like, noticed by how drunk you are.
Yeah. Well, no, at those moments, the person with the lowest sober score is forced to talk to him and has to roll a check to see if he can convince the security guard that you're not the drunk rabble-rousers that people are claiming you are.
Now, let's say that this can only start, like, halfway through. So maybe once you get to America.
Yeah. Oh, also, character trait idea. They want to ride, and this one is a constant. This is not if you're too drunk or too sober. They want to ride every single ride that's around the world. And I'm talking shows as well. So every venue, you have to go to, like, fucking Canada and deal with that. You've got to go on Los Tres Caballeros, the American
Now,
one.
you say that, but that is always going to be my character's ride of choice.
Yeah! Yeah, they can hang about outside and keep drinking, but see, that's the issue. If you don't go with them on the ride and keep drinking, you could get more drunk at that point. So that's always the danger with not going with the person on the ride. That is your punishment, essentially, for not following them onto the ride.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, each character could have, and this would be more of a player-determined thing. It's like your alignment. Like, how willing you are to go on rides with your friends.
Yeah, exactly. But I feel like that's more of a personal thing. Frank, are you making Red Dragon's Inn for Disneyland?
I fucking love it.
Yes.
I wish.
So, Blake, we've made an expansion to the hit game Surviving the Magic. But if we're gonna, I feel like it's something we need to try out, but I don't want to try it out on the show. I want to try it out in real life, which means we gotta go to Disney World. And if we're going to afford that, we got to stop in at the Shell Station.
Ding, ding, bitch!
So Blake, Tanner, if we're gonna make it to Disney World, I don't want to go alone. I want some friends. I want some BS Moon Marines on my side. Where can I find them? I'm looking around. Ain't no Moon Marines to be found.
Hold on. Let me just BS Moon Marines. What am I seeing on Patreon.com/a load of BS?
What?
Is that where you can become a Moon Marine?
What the fuck? What are you saying? Oh my god, this is insanity.
Yes, this is where you can support the BS network. You can support all of us, everything we do. Whether it be a load of BS, whether it is Fight Boys, our wrestling podcast, Opposite Attractions, anything that we do, Scottye's new podcast, Me Again. If you love any or all of those, come to Patreon.com/a load of BS. You know what? You can be a BS Moon Citizen for $5 a month, a Moon Warrior for $10 a month, a Moon Marine for $25 a month. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Because if you support us, if you support the BS Network, you're going to get something special every damn month. What is it?
That's right, Captain Tibbs. Welcome to the fucking show, you animal. Well, you get access to our Discord where you can hang out and chat with us. You get shouted out on the show of your choice every single week, like that man in chat, Salty Frank of the Seven Seas, like the Podcasts, Associates Anonymous, who just had their 1-year anniversary, Radish, they donate to us, my mom and dad. We got tons of patrons, and you can join them at patreon.com/a load of BS. And also, Blake, they get access to a very exclusive show. A show known as You Paid for This, where we watch absolute dookie garbage films and then commentate over them. We did Goosebumps 2 last month. We've done Ready to Rumble with our Fight Boys co-host, the Dylan. And this month, Blake, I want to pay tribute. I want to pay tribute to something we did last year. And I know what you're saying. I know we've already done an episode of You Paid for This on this particular film.
We've done a whole month of it.
Did. But Blake, I think this month it's time once again for us to get her done. Get her done. I mean, when we recorded the last one, I hadn't become friends with Larry the Cable Guy on Twitter. So now I've got a whole new outlook. Me and Larry, we're like close as thieves now. We're best friends.
So what you're saying is you can do this podcast with Larry, and it's fine.
Oh my god, that is the end goal for this, though, ain't it? To watch Larry the Cable Guy Health Inspector with Larry the Cable Guy, and the whole time just look at him like, so you're defending this? You're saying this is a quality good film? Yeah! It's great. What are you talking about? It's absolutely fantastic. Larry, no, it's bad.
I don't want it to be Larry I want it to be him, but I want it to be like real life Larry. He's just like, well, yeah, we, that was a long time ago. It's mid 2000s. A lot of different stuff now, Larry the Cable Guy. I am still, but I wish I could change some stuff. So let's just change the move.
Do you think we could get Ira Barr? Dude, there's so many. That's what we should do every year. We need to find a different actor and bring him in to do, we'll get fucking Biff from Back to the Future one year. We'll get Wheelchair Boy in. We can get them all in to do commentary on this film that they did.
I just want Biff from Back to the Future to just do anything with us.
But Blake, I found the Moon Marines, but they're all nude. They're not wearing clothes. We gotta find them some clothes, Blake. Where can we do it?
Merch.aloadofpurebs.com.
What?
That's where you can buy our merch.
It's no surprise that we don't get new patrons every week. It is no surprise after these ad reads that we don't get new patrons.
Or, like sponsors where we could replace these ad reads.
MeUndies, baby! Fuck yeah! Fuck them all!
I hope you like Harry's razors!
But yeah, merch.loadedpurebs.com is the website where you can go and get some awesome merch. We got shirts, we got posters, and Blake, what's the most important thing we got? I know you've got one right next to you. I know it's fantastic.
See, that's the thing. I've got the OG BS Boozy Sippy Cup, which is no longer available. So if you want it, you're going to have to come and claim it from my cold dead hands.
That's right, but we do have new BS Boozy Sippy Cups with the new BS logo, with the Fight Boys logo, with the BS Moon Marine insignia on it. We got all that, but I wasn't talking about cups. I was talking about snapbacks. That's right. We got snapback hats on there. The Fight Boys one is fucking phenomenal. I love the Fight Boys one. Opposite Attractions has one. And then BS has one that pretty much explains the concept of the show. It just says, drinking whiskey, recording podcasts. And
that's all we do.
And also, coming soon, you know, usually Christmas is just around the corner. And usually we do ugly Christmas sweaters, but I feel like the age of the ugly Christmas sweater is behind us. But what's in now? What's Karamo Brown got everybody freaking out about? Bomber jackets. So we're going to have exclusive BS bomber jackets available soon at merch.loadedpurebs.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following event is scheduled for one clusterfuck and is set to occur in Birmingham, Alabama. Introducing first, he is the bearded man from the Badlands, the absolute Badlands, Scottye Moore! And in the other corner, sporting the modest plaid on plaid on plaid, the man with the plaid crown. The plaid is plaid on the plaid, the man who knows nothing about wrestling and everything about plaid, Blake Tanner.
I'm sorry, was I supposed to do something there? I thought this was just you two.
Oh,
no, that's Dylan. Hey, Dylan.
And we are the Fight Boys, and it's a show about professional and not so professional wrestling. Make sure to check us out, because when you're a fight boy, you're a fight boy for life. I'm editing this into the actual show. Fuck it, this is the dumbest shit of all time. Blake, I lost my vape, right?
Where was it?
It was in the mini fridge.
Jesus fucking Christ!
So now that menthol's even more cool, and baby, I am Captain Cool over here without.
How long was it in there?
Easily like 20 minutes. It was a while, my boy.
We still have to finish this show.
Hold up.
Do it.
Quick test, and... Oh, so much colder. It's so much colder now. I'm a chilly boy.
That's because you don't know how to handle it.
But Blake, here's the thing. It's midnight, and I've drank. And...
It's midnight, and I've drank.
And when it comes to a load of BS, we're a phenomenal show. But as we learned last year, the numbers just aren't where they need to be. We gotta learn about marketing. We've gotta learn about that viral marketing, SEO bullshit. And the number one rule of marketing, you have to build... Yeah, it's like a character you've built. Someone who represents your ideal member of the BS audience. And that's what I want to do today. I want me and you to figure out who our number one, if we wanted to market to anybody, it'd be this person, this individual. That's where I want to do right now. We are going to work on our SEO marketing right here live on the show.
And his name is Salty Frank.
His name is Salty Frank. Been here since the beginning, babe. Actually, no. There was one before Frank, but he got mad because I stopped playing Skyrim on Twitch and went away.
Hey, he's come back a few times. That's Gaster too, so.
No, not Gaster. I'm talking about Alvis. Alvis Edgehart. First one.
I forgot about Alvis. Shit.
Alvis was the first one. And the other day while recording Opposite Attractions, he hopped in the chat and they got mad because I wasn't responding because I was doing, a podcast. And then he just started asking me to play Skyrim with him again. So, hold on. I think I've built... if this is our superhero recreating as our number one best boy for audience member, we've found at least his arch rival, who is Skyrim Captain, who just helps in chat, wants me to play Skyrim all the time.
Okay, so it's the Skyrim, and whenever he doesn't get what he wants, then he will, he'll just play the intro to Skyrim all the time.
And he'll also be in the chat constantly like, why don't you play video games anymore? I missed when you guys played video games. Also, I would love if he hopped in chat, like, right now and was like, yo, what the fuck? What the fuck, guys?
Means you're watching, though, isn't it?
You're watching the shit, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. What would this perfect person be?
So, it's a podcast, right? It's something that... As I put on the Dragon Corn Discord, it is the mustard that you put on the awesome thing you're actually doing. So it needs to be someone who's active, who does a lot of stuff, does a lot of driving, moves around a lot. So I am proposing right now.
Truck drivers?
No, NASCAR superstar Jeff Gordon.
Fuck.
Jeff Gordon just blasted a load of BS, baby.
Of all the ones that you could pick, just old Jeff, huh?
It's gonna be old Jeff. Who's someone, we haven't joked about him in a while, but who's someone we've always joked about? Brendan Fraser. What was Brendan Fraser in? Looney Tunes Back in Action. I'll tell you, old Dale didn't make an appearance in Back in Action. Fucking Elliot Spicer or whatever some other NASCAR guy is, he wasn't in it, but you know who was? Jeff. Jeff was in Back in Action, so he knows Brendan Fraser, and he'll enjoy our antics about him.
That is fine. You know what? Hold on. Top NASCAR
drivers. Martin Truex is that one, I think.
You got fucking Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy John. That sounds like a name we made up about NASCAR. Hold on. Fuck my bit. Let's not... Top 5 NASCAR people. Let's go.
No! Scottye, do you remember? It never made it. It never made it to fucking air. Do you remember the night that we played Jimmy Johnson's Anything with an Engine?
Oh my god! That's right! That was back when we played video games. We played Anything with an Engine.
Fuck. And he's such a high... He made $17.5 million last year.
That's right, baby. Okay, so here's what I'm proposing. We start with Jeff Gordon. He is our model, but he's not fully set. He's still clay. He's still moldable. So we take... It's like in a WWE game. You can pick John Cena and then mess with the form to make a new John Cena of your own creation. We're going to take this Jeff Gordon and fuck with him a little bit to make the ideal BS listener. Because he's almost there, but he's not ideal yet.
Alright, so he's just going to be fucking...
So it's...
Just Jeff.
Start with... Okay, so it is Jeff. Jeff is the first name. I don't know if he's got a last name. He may not legally.
That's fine.
I don't...
By the way, I just looked up Jimmy John from Jimmy John's The Sandwich Place.
He's bad. He's real bad.
It's rough.
Yeah. Did you read Jimmy Johnson and just decided to look up other people named Jimmy? You're like, Jimmy John, Jimmy Jacobs.
I only did it because, like, I love the sandwiches so much, and one of the first things that comes up is him with a dead jaguar, and I'm like, I'm not into this anymore.
Oh, damn it, I thought it was a dead rhino. Someone killed a rhino, too, so...
I think that was Donald Trump Jr.
Yeah. Okay, so we take Jeff Gordon, but he don't have no legs no more, because he needs to have... Here's the thing, Jeff Gordon, he's had a good life. He's a privileged NASCAR driver. He will not understand our skewed, crazy antics. We gotta give him something bad that's happened to him so he understands the twisted viewpoints we're coming from. Two men who have lived harsh, horrible lives that have affected our senses of humor. Us two cis, white, straight men who just... No one understands our plight.
Nobody gets it. Nobody gets it. We are the true unknown millennials.
My child deserves to stab those children. He's been through enough. He is a white male in America. Oh, God, we've got a new viewer, and I hope they understand we're talking shit and not reality right now.
This is a satire podcast, by the way, everybody. Satire.
So, we take Jeff Gordon, we cut off one of his legs, now he's kind of tilted, and he's...
No, wait. Let's cut off both of his legs.
I don't know, because I want him...
No, because he could be a super great fighter pilot.
He...
Like Star Fox.
Okay.
Because, in the Star Fox series, they cut their legs off and they've got these mechanical legs because it means that they don't have to worry about G-forces.
Okay, stop the podcast. What the fuck did you just say to me? Because I've never realized it before, but he do have metal legs, don't he?
Yep. So what happens is, when you're, in atmosphere, and you pull in those Gs, all the blood can rush from your head all the way down the rest of your body, and you can pass the fuck out. But if you take your legs away, the blood ain't got nowhere to rush to, huh?
This is a children's video game. And they thought hard enough to be like, I don't want the blood to rush down there, so they have to have metal legs. I'm about to fuck up this frog so hard. I'm about to destroy his whole life.
Hey, welcome to Nintendo, baby!
Can we make a new podcast that's all about discovering these horrifying things that we've never known about children's media? Because... holy shit, we could do a whole episode on Star Fox Ain't Got No Dick. Because that's something I never knew before, but apparently Star Fox ain't got no dick.
Well, that's why that one other fox from one of those games is just a furry sex symbol, huh?
Yeah. Star Fox is just constantly leading a life of pleading, of I wish to pleasure myself to you. I wish to bow before you, my mistress. Because he's clearly a bottom. And he's like, please, my mistress, punish me. And she's just like, you ain't got no dick. I don't know what you're gonna get out of this, Star Fox.
Now, wait a minute. Let's not, hold on. What about metal dick, though?
How does it send pleasure signals to the brain, though?
Same way a normal dick does, boy.
I just love this concept of Star Fox is a fucking shame kinker, and he's constantly bowing before his giant metal furry mistress about how bad... There's one person just getting it to this scenario that we've come up with, by the way. They're like, I didn't think this was my thing, but this is my thing now.
Do you think that Slippy's a voyeur?
Okay, quick rundown. What's all of the Star Fox team's kinks? Slippy's definitely a voyeur. No doubt Slippy is a voyeur. Oh, fucking Frank! Frank goes, their dicks are in 64 rumble packs.
Fuck, boy! That's too good!
That's good. Okay. So, Star Fox is, got a shame kink. He's a submissive. Slippy is a voyeur who does he watch? Who does he watch?
Oh, he watches Fox all the time, but...
Is it Fox or Falco? Because he respects his whole team, and I feel like Falco...
That is the thing, though. I think that Falco is a dominator, right?
No, okay. Firstly, yes. I wanna change this. Also, I guess fuck my whole idea about marketing, because now this episode is unmarketable, because we're talking about beloved Nintendo characters and their fucking kinks.
Love it.
What if Slippy is a cuck, and Falco is... Okay, Blake, I don't want to make you Google this, but I need you to Google what the term for the one who is doing the cucking is. Because I know that the term for the wife is a hot wife, which I learned when I accidentally tweeted #HotWifeAlert and tweeted pictures of my wife, and then someone just commented I don't think that means what you think it means, my friend. And I went, oh no.
Oh, fuck.
Slippy's bad at being a voyeur because he accidentally screams what he wants them to do from the window.
Wait, hold the fuck on. Hold on.
Do a barrel roll.
That is Peppy, sir?
Oh, it is Peppy.
That is Peppy the rabbit.
Oh, shit. Is that a term?
Peppy, of course, is just the old man that gets it the fuck on with everyone.
I'm down with that. But he commands. Oh, shit. How does Frank know? Frank knows it's called a bull. That is the term for the cuckster. It is a bull in his cuck, and that is Falco and Slippy's relationship. Meanwhile...
Now, that's the thing that I want to say, though. I think that Slippy should still be the voyeur, but Falco and Fox, like, Falco is always just getting with Fox's people.
Okay, so wait, now we've evolved beyond Fox having a shame dominatrix kink to...
Fox is the bull. Or no, Falco's the bull. Fox is always getting cut.
Okay, so like... It starts with him being like, my mistress, yet once again, someone at home jerking their dick off to this. But
now, like, you've lost No Nut November, sir.
We are causing our entire audience to lose No Nut November. So it starts with him being submissive, and then she's like, no, I don't need you anymore. And then that's when Falco comes in, abs out the ass in a tiny G-string, and it's like, let's do this.
I guess it's time to fuck. I'm ready to cut.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got them all. Now what's Pep? Well, I don't like Pepe just being a sex pig. I want Pepe to have something more interesting.
Pepe's into scat, huh?
He's... You absolute animal! I said more interesting, and you immediately went to, yeah, he likes to be shit on. I mean, that's just it. That's what he does.
It's like, oh yeah, remember when they elected Peppy to be the king of fucking whatever the planet they're on in Star Fox's?
Oh, yeah.
Corneria. And it's like, until those scat tapes came out, huh? It's like Peppy getting a golden shower.
Hey, bud. I found random kink generator. What the fuck?
Here we fucking go, huh?
Wait, this is a kink? It just says misunderstood. I really get off to when I say something, but someone doesn't exactly understand it perfectly.
You know what Peppy likes? Peppy likes them feet, huh?
I did like bestiality came up, and I'm like, does that count? Does that count for Pepe?
Are there humans in Star Fox? Because if so, then yes.
So, anyways, what's awesome this week, Blake, other than that amazing story we just read?
So, you know how we went to Vegas earlier this year, and we didn't get to go anywhere where I wanted?
Yeah.
My friend Michael, my roommate, went to Vegas for a meeting with some of his friends.
Yeah.
And he went down to Good Springs.
Oh, okay.
Which is, as you know, the titular place where Fallout New Vegas, one of my favorite games ever, like, starts.
Yeah.
And he got me a flask from the Pioneer Saloon, which is the saloon,
Aww.
like, depicted in Fallout New Vegas. Oh. So, I've got that.
What a sweetheart. Also...
and it's gonna be my flask now.
Also, we would have had to... I almost got you a flask for Christmas, so I'm very happy you brought that up. Because otherwise, your ass might have been getting a secondary flask for Christmas.
2 flask Blake.
Well, my thing that's awesome, and we talked about it earlier in the show, I got a mini fridge, and I don't know why I love it so much. Here's what it is. We keep the dogs in the kitchen, where all of the liquid that I need to drink to live is, meaning I have to fight off this horde of animals if I want to get anything. Now, it's all in my room, and I can just walk over, grab me a drink, and that's it, and I'm good. And
nice.
I got drinks in it. Obviously, I got mixers for cocktails. I got some root beer whiskey in there. It is phenomenal. I love my little mini fridge. I want to keep, like, upgrading my room slowly to become the...
I want your root beer whiskey, though.
You're like, I know you're trying to talk about this thing you like so much, but yo, fuck you. Where's that root beer whiskey, though?
You know, that's my OG thing, right? The root beer whiskey. I haven't had that in a while.
It's real good, and I got a lot of it right over there. I may enjoy some right after this.
Dick.
So, Blakey T, we've gone on for so long, way too long. Where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me at Blake A. Tanner on the Twitter. You can find me at the Darkroom Video on YouTube. Darkroom Vidya, Vidya. That's it.
And you can find me on Twitter at ScottyMo, SCOTTYEMO. Buy my books on Amazon and follow me on Podchaser. It's IMDb for podcasts. And every time I release a new show, whether that be Me Again, Opposite Attractions, any of the BS Network shows, you can find it in your Podchaser feed. Also, Blake doesn't know this, but Blake has a creator profile as well. So if you want to see all the shows that Blake never does...
Oh God, what?
But I literally did it because I was like, I wonder how many podcasts I've recorded with Blake. Because I know you're not going off and doing them on your own. So I was like, let's see how many. 277 pieces of media, not counting the videos, just audio, have been released with the BS. And I'm very proud of that. So follow us on Podchaser and check out all these other shows I talked about at aloadofpurebs.com. That's the website where you can find all of the different shows from A Load of BS, Fight Boys, Me Again. They're all available at aloadofpurebs.com.
Special thanks to Tom McGuire and the Brass Holes for our theme song, Ric Flair, from their album, Tom McGuire and the Brass Holes.
It is a fantastic funk album. If you like the funk, if you like the soul, if you like the jazz, do you like jazz?
Like jazz?
It's all available on Tom's album. It's fantastic. And of course, remember to support the show, whether that be by picking up some merch, donating to the Patreon, or you can just leave us a review, whether that be on iTunes or on Podchaser. They just started up, so I'm like going ham on promoting them because I love Podchaser. They're really cool. So you can review us on there, and you can review the individual episodes. Like, this one was good, this one wasn't that good. This one, they talked about Star Fox fucking for way too long.
They talked about Star Fox for an hour.
It was a very long amount of time.
You know,
talking about
the first half was really good. They came up with a great original idea, and now...
And then the second half, they started down a decent path of being like, hey, why don't we talk about marketing and make this goofy idea? And then Star Fox cucking came in, and then it just went all buck wild. 4 stars.
Nice.
But of course, until next time, remember to find Blake and me on Twitter at aloadofpurebs.com. Accept no substitutes, because we will see y'all next week.